Sometimes the biggest money problem is not your income. It is the way you think about money, because your money habits usually follow your money beliefs. If you believe small amounts do not matter, you may ignore small spending. If you believe investing is only for rich people, you may never start. If you believe you will save later, later may never come. If you believe money is impossible to understand, you may avoid learning about it. And if you believe spending is the only way to reward yourself, your future may keep paying for your emotions today. This is why money mindset matters. Money mindset is not about pretending that financial struggles are not real. It is not about thinking positive and expecting everything to magically change. It is not about ignoring low income, high expenses, debt, or difficult life situations. Those things are real, but your mindset affects how you respond to them. It affects whether you start or delay, whether you learn or avoid, whether you spend emotionally or act intentionally, whether you stay stuck or slowly move forward. Before we go deeper, remember that this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Everyone's financial situation is different, so always make decisions based on your own goals, income, needs, and personal circumstances. Now let's look at some poor money mindsets that can quietly keep people broke. The first mindset is, I'll start when I make more money. This sounds logical. And sometimes, yes, more income can help. If your income is very low and your basic expenses are high, saving money can be difficult. But many people fall into the trap of waiting forever. They say, I'll budget when I earn more. I'll save when I get a better job. I'll invest when I have extra money. I'll become serious later. The problem is that later often never arrives. Because when income increases, lifestyle usually increases too. A better salary can turn into a better apartment. A bigger paycheck can turn into a bigger car payment. More income can turn into more subscriptions, more eating out, more shopping, and more comfort. This is called lifestyle creep. And it is one reason why some people earn more money but still feel broke. The issue is not always income. Sometimes the issue is that habits grow at the same speed as income. The better mindset is, I will start with what I have. You do not need to be rich to begin building better money habits. You can start by tracking your spending. You can start by saving a small amount. You can start by learning one financial concept. You can start by avoiding one unnecessary purchase. You can start by paying attention. Small starts matter because they build identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who manages money better. And that identity can grow with your income. The second mindset is, investing is only for rich people. This belief stops many beginners before they even begin. They think investing is only for people with huge salaries, expensive advisors, or deep knowledge of the stock market. They imagine investing as something complicated, risky, and far away from ordinary life. But in reality, many people build wealth slowly by investing small amounts consistently over long periods of time. You do not need to be wealthy to start learning. You do not need to know everything on day one. You do not need to predict the market. You do not need to find the next big winner. For many beginners, the first step is not trying to become an expert. The first step is understanding the basics. What is investing? What is risk? What is diversification? What is compound growth? What is long-term thinking? The belief that investing is only for rich people can be expensive because it delays action. And in investing, time is one of the most powerful tools. The earlier you begin learning, the more time you give yourself to understand, improve, and grow. The better mindset is, I do not need to be rich to start learning. I need to start learning to build wealth. The third mindset is, small amounts don't matter. This mindset is very common. People think, what difference will $5 make? What difference will $20 make? What difference will one small purchase make? What difference will one small saving habit make? And in one day, maybe not much. But money habits are not powerful because of one day. They are powerful because of repetition. A small subscription repeated every month matters. A small impulse purchase repeated every week matters. A small daily convenience cost matters. But the opposite is also true. A small saving habit repeated every month matters. A small investment repeated over years matters. A small improvement repeated consistently matters. Most financial results are not created by one huge decision. They are created by repeated small decisions. One coffee is not the problem. One restaurant meal is not the problem. One online purchase is not the problem. The problem is when small decisions become unconscious patterns. This is how money disappears. Quietly, repeatedly, without a plan. The better mindset is, small habits become big results. When you understand this, you stop ignoring the small things. Not because you need to obsess over every dollar, but because you understand that repeated behavior creates your future. The fourth mindset is, money is too complicated. Personal finance can look overwhelming. Budgeting, investing, taxes, inflation, interest rates, credit scores, retirement accounts, debt payoff, emergency funds, can feel like there is too much to learn. And when something feels complicated, many people avoid it. They do not check their spending. They do not open the bill. They do not learn about investing. They do not build a plan. They tell themselves, I'm just bad with money. But being bad with money is often not a permanent identity. It is usually a lack of systems, habits, and education. You do not need to understand everything to improve. You can learn one thing at a time. You can start with the basics. Spend less than you earn. Pay yourself first. Avoid high-interest debt. Build an emergency fund. Invest for the long term. Keep fees low. Do not chase hype. Stay consistent. These ideas are not always easy, but they are understandable. The better mindset is, I can learn one step at a time. When you stop expecting yourself to know everything immediately, personal finance becomes less scary. You do not need to master the whole game today. You just need to take the next step. The fifth mindset is, I deserve it, so I'll buy it. This one is emotional, and it is very powerful. After a hard day, spending can feel like comfort. After a stressful week, buying something can feel like a reward. After feeling tired, bored, or frustrated, spending can feel like control. And sometimes, enjoying your money is completely fine. You should not feel guilty for every purchase. Money is meant to support your life. But if every emotional moment becomes a purchase, your future pays the price. This is emotional spending. You are not buying because the item is important. You are buying because the feeling is strong. You feel stressed, so you order food. You feel bored, so you shop online. You feel behind in life, so you buy something that makes you feel successful. You feel tired, so you choose convenience again and again. The problem is that the emotional relief usually fades quickly, but the financial cost remains. The better mindset is, I deserve peace more than another impulse purchase. That does not mean you never enjoy your money. It means you learn to separate real enjoyment from emotional reaction. Before buying, ask yourself, do I actually want this? Will I still care about this tomorrow? Is this helping my life? Or am I just trying to escape a feeling? That one pause can change a lot. The sixth mindset is, budgeting means restriction. Many people hate the word budget. They think a budget means no fun, no freedom, no spending, no enjoyment. But a good budget is not a punishment. A budget is a plan. It tells your money where to go before it disappears. It gives you permission to spend on what matters because you know your responsibilities are handled. Without a budget, spending can feel random. You buy what feels good in the moment. Then later, you feel guilty or stressed. But with a budget, you decide ahead of time. This much for needs. This much for wants. This much for saving. This much for investing. This much for debt. A budget does not remove freedom. It creates freedom by reducing confusion. The better mindset is, a budget helps me spend with confidence. When your money has a plan, you can enjoy your spending more because it is intentional. The seventh mindset is, debt is normal, so it doesn't matter. Debt has become normal for many people. Credit cards, buy now, pay later, car payments, personal loans, subscriptions, monthly payments everywhere. And because debt is common, it can start to feel harmless. but debt can quietly reduce your freedom. Every payment you owe is future income that already belongs to someone else. This does not mean every debt is the same. Some debt may be used strategically. Some debt may be necessary in certain situations. But high-interest consumer debt can be dangerous because it grows quickly and keeps you stuck. The better mindset is, debt may be common, but I do not want it controlling my future. This shift matters. When you stop seeing debt as normal background noise, you start becoming more careful with it. You begin asking, do I really need this? Can I wait? Can I save first? What is the true cost after interest? How will this payment affect my future options? Those questions create awareness, and awareness creates better decisions. The eighth mindset is, I'm just not good with money. This belief can become a trap. If you believe you are bad with money, you may stop trying. You may avoid your finances. You may repeat the same habits because you think change is impossible. But money management is a skill, and skills can be learned. No one is born understanding budgeting, investing, credit, inflation, or compound interest. People learn these things through education, practice, mistakes, and repetition. The better mindset is, I can become better with money. Not instantly, not perfectly, but gradually. You can learn to track spending. You can learn to save. You can learn to invest. You can learn to avoid emotional purchases. You can learn to think long-term. You can learn to make better decisions. This mindset gives you power because it turns money from an identity problem into a skill problem. And skills can improve. The ninth mindset is, rich people are just lucky. Luck can play a role in life. Some people start with more advantages than others. Some people have better opportunities, better education, better support, or better timing. That is real. But believing that wealth is only luck can make you feel powerless. If everything is luck, then your actions do not matter. And if your actions do not matter, why try? A better mindset is more balanced. Luck exists, but habits still matter. Income matters. Saving matters. Investing matters. Patience matters. Avoiding bad decisions matters. Learning matters. Consistency matters. You may not control everything, but you do control more than nothing. The better mindset is, I cannot control every advantage, but I can control my habits. That mindset is practical. It does not pretend life is perfectly fair, but it also does not give away all your power. The 10th mindset is, I need to look successful. This mindset can be very expensive. Many people do not spend to improve their life. They spend to look like their life is improving. A nicer car, a more expensive phone, better clothes, luxury experiences, restaurants, travel, things that look good from the outside. But looking wealthy is not the same as building wealth. Sometimes the person who looks rich is under pressure. And sometimes the person quietly building wealth looks completely normal. Real wealth is not always visible. It is savings, investments, low debt, options, peace, freedom, time. The better mindset is, I would rather be financially strong than look rich. This is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make. Because once you stop trying to impress other people, you free up money to build your actual future. So how do you improve your money mindset? Start by noticing your automatic thoughts. When you want to spend, ask why. When you avoid money, ask why. When you delay saving, ask why. When you feel like investing is impossible, ask why. Your beliefs are not always facts. Sometimes they are habits too. And habits can be changed. Replace I'll start later with I can start small today. Replace small amounts don't matter with small habits compound. Replace money is too complicated with I can learn one step at a time. Replace I deserve to buy this with I deserve financial peace. Replace I'm bad with money with I am learning to manage money better. These shifts may sound simple, but repeated thoughts become repeated actions, and repeated actions become results. Your money mindset will not change overnight, but neither does wealth. Both are built slowly, through awareness, through practice, through better decisions, through consistency, The goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to become more intentional, more aware, more patient, more in control. Because wealth starts before the investment account. It starts before the budget spreadsheet. It starts before the emergency fund. It starts with what you believe is possible. Then it grows through what you do consistently. So ask yourself, what money belief is keeping me stuck? What habit is that belief creating? And what new belief would help me move forward? Your financial life can change when your daily decisions change. And your daily decisions can change when your mindset changes. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built by habit. If this video helped you, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more simple videos about money habits, mindset, investing, and long-term wealth.